Hola amigos, bienvenidos, bienvenidas. ¿Cómo están? Soy Language-Enthusiast. How are you doing? I'm okay, thanks. I skipped yesterday's practice by not mistake but on purpose because I didn't just want to do it. So I tried to skip it to see how things would go, and it was pretty okay. I was feeling very relaxed. I was enjoying my relaxing. Yesterday was Thursday, right? Thursday night. And anyway, today is Friday. Hoy es viernes. Let's see, 3 de noviembre del 2023. Hoy es mucho calor también. Today is even hotter than yesterday, and we have been having pretty hot autumn days these days, and it was quite strange. It is quite strange. It's been quite strange for autumn, and when we keep having extraordinary warm days like these days, we tend to think that we are afraid we might be having a earthquake or something. I mean, natural disaster. Because natural disasters could happen when we have strange weather, right? So we are just worried about this. In case of my family, at least, okay. And anything else? Let me introduce myself in English first. Okay, I'm Language Enthusiast. This is not my main channel, but this channel is for myself to keep the track of my speaking progress, because I started studying English all over again when I was 28, when I was still not professional, but full-time homemaker. And by the way, today I'm using the mic, and I thought it was a condenser mic, but I'm not really sure because last time I used this mic, I noticed that it was picking up some environmental noise, environmental sound. So as far as I know, condenser mics cannot pick up surrounding sound, right? And today I'm using a headphone. Okay, and I'm speaking while I'm listening to my voice, and I feel as if I was a DJ, professional DJ, okay. And at the age of 28, I started studying English, but my English improved so much after several years after I started studying English, but mainly using the traditional method. And ever since then, it was such a long time ago. Now I'm 59 years old, and but until a little while ago, about 100 days ago, I was not satisfied with my speaking, but I was able to understand English to some extent, and my level was much better than it was when I just started studying English all over again. So I was not complaining, but deep down I was not satisfied at all. And about 4 months ago or so, I decided to improve my speaking drastically this time around, and I thought this was going to be my last chance. And especially I had a colon cancer operation last year in the year 2022, This was totally unexpected to me. This was totally unexpected to me, and this was a great shock to me too. So until then, I never thought that there would be a time when I would die. So this experience taught me a lot, and I decided to do whatever I want to do while I'm living, and one of them is improving my English, especially speaking skills. And I was determined to make myself fluent this time around. Okay, and then I started this channel in which I just speak to myself to practice speaking, and this is the most economical way, right? It costs almost zero, right? All I needed was my courage to do this. And it could be troublesome to record my own voice and upload it to YouTube so that everyone can listen. What if I made lots of mistakes which would make me look stupid? What if other people would think that I was not great? But as I did, the more I did, the more I got used to it. And now I'm not taking this practice as seriously as I used to, which is mainly great, but partly not great, because I am not as serious as this practice than I was when I just started this practice. So I'm not really sure, but in order to make English my second nature, I really need to practice anyway. I need to speak in order to improve my speaking skills, because the only way you can improve your speaking skills is just to speak. So that's why here I don't care about making mistakes. I don't care about making myself sound or look stupid, an idiot, because this is the only place I can use to practice my speaking at the moment. I don't have any friends who I can speak English with. I don't have any tutors. I don't have any coaches, because I determined to do it all by myself. And I just learned that this is the tendency that which cannot be very good about myself. I mean, I always tend to think that I have to do things all by myself. And someone who is a Japanese woman was saying in one of her videos that she's not a psychologist, but she just loves to study about how people think and act. Okay, and she herself had lots of problems, and she try hard to cope with that, and try to cope with all those problems herself. And she's happy to help people with lots of problems. Like there are tons of people who don't think that they are good enough, right? Partly because of SNS, like Instagram, TikTok. Now we can see others life very easily, and it could make you feel that you are not as good as those people are. Okay, and it can be troublesome. It can make you feel that you are the only person that who is not doing as good as others do. And anyway, and in her video, she talks about various types of people. Okay, and I happened to see one of her videos because it showed up as my recommended one day, and until then I didn't know her, but her video was curious enough for me to tap it, and I started watching it, and it was about this particular type of people who are too independent, and they are too independent to let others do or let others help them. Okay, and when now a truck is coming closer, and it says something. I mean, advertising. Okay, it sells kerosene. Okay, in my neighborhood, the truck is going around in my neighborhood from time to time, and the advertisement, you can hear the song, right? Because this mic can pick up some noises, like the advertisement coming from the truck at the moment, right? Isn't it too loud? For me, it's too loud. Now, the advertisement coming from the truck is as loud as my voice, right? I can't stand it. And then there comes my younger, smaller dog named James, who tends to howl as those things like sirens and advertisements. But now he's quiet. He started howling a little bit, but now he's completely silent. I don't know why, but okay. And about this channel, yeah, and the person was talking about this particular type of people who are too independent to ask someone else to help them. And I thought that this was talking about me, because I'm that kind of person, and I always tend to think that I'll have to do everything all by myself. And so that's why now I'm trying to improve my speaking skills, right? And sometimes I came across someone like English coaches. Sorry, I have to go now. No. I had to go because the younger dog, James, was something in his mouth, and this particular dog, always tries to eat something that he shouldn't eat. And while I was recording, I was able to hear some noise coming from somewhere, and I thought it was strange, and I thought that it might have been from my mic or my headphones, or some instruments that I was using, and so I tried to ignore it. But until a little while ago, I thought it was strange, and I tried to look at James, and I was able to see him playing with some this black item. He was holding this black thing with his paws, and he was trying to lick it or trying to chew it or bite it. And this is the last thing I wanted to happen, because in a very short period of time recently, he was brought into the vet because he actually ate something wrong, and that was part of my massage pad. Okay, massage pad. This massage machine. It's very difficult to pronounce though. Massage. I don't know how to pronounce this word in the first place though. Massage, right? There is this pair of pads that I put on my skin, and when I turn on the machine, it starts giving me some massage, and I put it on my bed. I never thought that any of my dogs would play with it, would get interested in it. And I was in the toilet, and when I came back from the toilet to the bed, I found my dog, one of my dogs, named James. He's younger and he's smaller. He's Pomeranian though. He was chewing something, making some nasty noises, and I wondered what the hell was he doing? What the hell is he doing? I just wondered what the hell he was doing. Okay, and then it turned out that one of the pads, the color is black and it's made of rubber or something, plastic. And I thought that it was too big for my dogs to eat it, okay? But he was actually chewing it in his mouth. The entire pad. He was chewing the entire pad in his mouth. And when I shouted, because I was too surprised. I was so surprised that I had to shout. And then he tried really hard not to let me take it from his mouth. And the last thing he did was, finally, he ended up actually swallowing it, which made me scared to death. And then I called the vet immediately. And it was lucky. I was lucky because it was just before noon, and after noon, the vets would be closed, so it was not too late. And I called the vet immediately. The vet is close to my house, and I always take my dogs there. I used to take my cats there also, but they passed away last year. Two of them, they're siblings, a male cat and a female cat. Okay, they lived up to 19 years old, right? Okay, it's pretty old, right? And okay, last year I lost 2 cats, and now I only have 2 dogs, and I always take my dogs to the vet So the vet is quite reliable to us. And I called them immediately, and they told me that I should take them. No, not take them. James, okay, one of them there, and the vet checked him, okay, and they gave him a shot so that he would throw up, okay, and it should have been better if he had eaten some food beforehand, because it would help him throw up more easily. That's what the vet said. I'm not a specialist, so I don't know what is behind. Okay, but I was just told that way. But unfortunately, at that time, I was just back from Osaka when I went to see the world's oldest wombat in Natsu in Osaka, and I drove myself there and back, and I was really, really tired. And at that time, I slept in. Is it okay? Slept late. Okay, I was sleeping late, and just when I woke up, I went to the toilet, and just I was away from the bed. It happened. Okay, and the vet asked me if he had breakfast, if he had eaten something, and I said no. And the vet wondered why, because it's nearly noon, right? It's close to noon. It's almost noon, and the vet wondered why, and I explained him that I had been really tired, so I had slept late. So that's why I hadn't given any food to him yet. And anyway, that was okay, and they gave him a shot, and James threw up, and the entire pad, which was a little bit damaged because he chewed it and he swallowed it, and it was in his stomach, I guess, for a while. But if I hadn't taken him to the vet as soon as possible, the vet said that it would have stuck in his bowel or stomach, whatever, because it cannot be digested, right? Ingested, okay, ingested. Oh, no, digested, okay. Eventually he might have thrown up himself, but I was too scared to wait for him to throw up himself. So that was the best way that I did when that accident happened. And I was lucky. We were lucky because that was before noon. Because if it had been a little later, the vet would have been closed already, and it would have been too late for us to go there. So in that case, I would have had to look for another vet, which must be farther, okay, farther than that, the vet. So it would take time, and so that was terrible. And especially this dog, James, the younger and smaller Pomeranian, like to spot any object and try to get anything in his mouth to recognize it or enjoy it. I don't know why he loves to do this, but he always finds something, and even without me knowing, he has eaten something, and eventually he ends up throwing up, and it taught me that he had eaten something, and so it's very, very worrisome. And so where was I anyway? Yeah, this advertisement, right? It happened suddenly, and I was talking about this tendency of people, right? And I'm well aware that I am too independent to ask people to help me, and I always try to do everything all by myself. But the person said in her video that people like me should feel more relaxed about doing things, and because this tendency would give us trouble from time to time. So but I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, she suggested some ideas that we could use to fix our problems so that we could be more relaxed. But it'll take time to change our own tendency, right? And yeah, I always think that it would be nice if I could ask people for help more easily, but this is one of the most difficult things for me. And where was I actually? Yeah, all by myself. Yeah, that's why even though I came across some good coaches on YouTube or some good English methods, language learning methods out there on the net, I try not to use any anymore. I used to buy some methods, pay for that methods to learn, those how to improve your study, how to improve your English methods or something like that. Yeah, those methods are always there, right? And they are very enticing, and they are very, they look too good for you, right? And once you pay for it, and once you get the method, you tend to think that it would help you become fluent naturally. But this does not happen, because all you need to do is make an effort. And so you have to be independent after all, right? And now I almost paid for nothing. Pay for nothing. The only studying material I paid for recently is Link. Okay, I'm using this website for my improving my Spanish now, and I've been using it. Okay, but I used to pay for methods or studying materials, but I seldom make the most of it. I had seldom made most of it. At first, I was excited enough to use such methods, but gradually over time, I don't know. I didn't know how to use it, because my English, for example, my English didn't seem to be getting any better. So I tend to think that this was not good for me, and I got tired, and I didn't know how to make the most of it, and I stopped using it, and I just let it there for such a long time, and I repeated this process over and over again. But this doesn't help you make, this this doesn't help you become fluent, right? So at least you have to use it and wait for the results to come out. Okay, it'll take at least 2 or 3 or 4 months. And you should choose something very enjoyable for yourself. That's the key to continue your studying, continue whatever you are doing. And actually, where was I? Yeah. Okay, and then I use this channel to keep the track of my improvement. And I skipped last night, right? On purpose, okay? Because first I didn't feel very good. I didn't feel very well. I mean, mentally, my mood swinged so much, and that was typical of me. So it's not such a big deal for me. But I tried to skip my daily practice because I didn't want to speak anyway. I didn't even speak in my mother tongue, actually, and it happened. So it was not such a big deal, but I just tried to skip my daily practice and to see how things would go. And I learned that nothing happened. Nothing bad happened, actually. But I also realized that after all, I needed to speak anyway, because this is the only place where I can practice my speaking at the moment. And without this practice, without this place, there's no way I can improve my speaking. And I didn't have this practice yesterday, so I only spoke to myself in my mother tongue, which is Japanese. And I started thinking about this practice today. And then while I was walking my dogs, I always thought in English, because I always think about what I'm going to talk about in this practice in English. So naturally, it makes me think in English. I'm not sure if I'm really thinking in English, but I just imagining, or I'm just creating English sentences in my head. And this means that probably I am thinking in English. Anyway, I'm more occupied with, is it okay? I'm more occupied with English than in Japanese. I mean, I think things in English more than in Japanese. So this is the good practice. This is the very important part of my practice. So without this place, I don't think I can improve my English speaking as much as I want, I guess. So that's what I wanted to say. And when I start thinking about during this practice today, I began to feel very excited, because after all, being able to speak something about yourself, about myself in my foreign language is quite exciting. So that's why I always say that I've been enjoying my Spanish these days, and it makes my day, actually. It's so exciting. And I don't necessarily study at the moment. I'm just exposing myself in the target language. either in Spanish or in English, and enjoying the content. And I happened to find this very interesting drama today. It showed up as my recommended, and the title was written in Spanish, so I thought it was a Spanish drama, I guess, and it's a 90-minute drama. And when I started, I realized that it was dubbed in Spanish, and the original drama is a 2004 for American drama. It was about a mother with two little kids, boys, who both are autistic. I forgot the word. Autistic. Sorry, I forgot the word. It's a mental disease, I guess. And many, very intelligent people are autism. Okay. Both boys have autism. Okay. And so two boys, both are autism. Both have autism. Okay. And it was Spanish. So I was able to understand 30% of what they were talking about, though. But I was able to pick up some phrases here and there, and I was able to keep track of what was going on anyway. And it was fun. And it was a story about a mother with those autism kids. And they're actually strange, weird, but they're very enthusiastic about, they're passionate about, right? And they do great, actually. They do a great job. They do a great job when it comes to what they are interested in. And one boy is interested in something athletic, and the other boy, I don't know whether he is younger or he's older, but the other boy is interested in playing music. Okay, they are both extraordinary boys, extraordinarily intelligent, and the mother struggles a lot all by herself, and eventually she meets with this good guy who ends up becoming her boyfriend, though, who is very supportive to her. And at the end of the drama, one of the boys who won the first place for his marathon or athletic event made a speech for the ceremony or some party, and he wasn't able to speak fluently. His words are very slow, and he stops here and there, and it was Spanish, I guess. No, it's truly Spanish. It's true that it was Spanish because it was dubbed in Spanish. So he speaks quite slowly, choosing one word by word, choosing every word. And so I was able to catch what he says in Spanish, and what he says sounds impressive. I mean, he meant impressive, but at the same time, I was impressed because I was able to understand what he says in Spanish. So it was rewarding. It was such a rewarding moment for me, and and it made me believe that I was on the right track. I mean, as long as I keep studying foreign languages, at some point, there are times when I feel really rewarded because I understand what people say in my foreign languages, and it's totally Greek to people who don't know about the language, right? And it's very, very funny and weird, and it's very fun. It's very enjoyable. It's very interesting, intriguing. So that's why I cannot stop studying foreign languages. It's very enjoyable. And the actress who played as the mother was very beautiful. And I looked up her name on the net, and I learned that she's the same age as I am, and she's a very beautiful actress. And I like the mother in that drama. Very she plays the mother who is down to earth, and she believes in her sons. She's very patient, and I'm not confident. If I were in her shoes, I could be good as a mother as she is in the drama, though. So I wonder how long I have been speaking now. It's been 42 minutes, so I think I should go by now. There are some Spanish phrases that I prepared beforehand, something like nací y crecí en Japón. Okay. Yo nací en 1960 1964. Yeah, it's funny that just in front of this microphone, it makes me feel so tense that I forget all of the phrases that I thought that I had memorized. Okay, I don't have to memorize anything because memorizing is giving you much trouble. Memorizing gives you trouble, right? So I don't like trying to come up with all those phrases that I memorized. Okay, because it's hard. It's just hard. So the best idea is that you refer to as many phrases as possible, and those wait until those phrases become part of you. Okay, part of I don't know how to explain it. So naturally it takes time, but those phrases you encounter many times will be part of yourself, and you can just naturally come up with all those sentences. So it means that you are fluent, right? Yes. So that's why I try not to memorize, but instead I try to watch as many Spanish programs as possible, so that all those phrases are part of my self. Okay, thank you very much for listening. Eso es todo, and hasta próxima, and nos vemos con una nueva historia. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.